meeting to order. Oops. So
Who withdrew from the board, by the way?
what's that?
Who withdrew from the board?
Patty.
Patty?
Yes, I haven't received anything in writing yet, but she sent me an email to that effect. So I'll call the meeting to order. I assume we've all had a chance to review the minutes. So I'll entertain a motion to approve those if there's no discussion. So,
Oh, I'll second that. Is that
okay,
right?
all right.
Am I supposed to do that?
Then I'll make it, and Laura has
Seconded.
seconded. So all in favor? Aye.
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 Well, can you clear? Second.
So those have been approved. Okay. And then the director's report, I see Terry is with us.
Good
So-
morning.
Morning, Terry.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry you're not here in person.
Yeah.
Well,
Me too.
So
I-
Terry,
Go ahead, Will. Sorry.
no, the floor is yours for the,
Did
okay,
not
Director's
attend
report.
the selectmen's meeting last night. I was out of town, so I don't know what the reopening plan is for us. I have to go. I think that was being discussed. The town-wide reopening plan was being discussed last night and presented by the Board of Health at the selectmen's meeting. I didn't attend that, so I don't know. I'll go on and see what I can find out today. We are getting ready to bring our first group other than Dr. Campo. Bridge is starting this week on Friday. So little by little creeping in. Won't be any exercise this summer and won't be Mary Ann's Cafe. That we know. Just little by little, waiting to see who wants to come back and how we're going to do it and figure it out. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see that meeting last night. I know it was discussed to have set hours open to the public. We kind of already do that. I mean, if people show up, we let them in. So, but I'll look at the meeting and see what the plan is, and that's it. Other than that, we've been here every day from 8 to 4. We're still doing Mary Ann's lunches to go. We're gonna line that down in the next couple of weeks. I think it's time. I'm trying to reconfigure what comes next for us in regards to that. So that's about it.
so will there be any exercise programs this summer?
No,
guess-
the
no.
water aerobics is happening because that's out of the building, but no in-person exercise here, no.
Hey, Terry, how about outside with Iris's Cafe or Mary Ann's Cafe? I mean, it seems, so she's not gonna have that all summer?
I don't think so. I think that my understanding from talking to Suzanne was that, and Hillary, no in-person dining this summer.
Yeah.
So I think that was, more Hillary and Suzanne and all of us sort of just felt the whole who's vaccinated, who's not, how are we gonna, I don't know. We just didn't think we thought it was too early, too soon.
Oh, you're gonna stop one of the problems with the lunch delivery is it's gotten so busy on 6 now that the summer is going to be a nightmare for that.
Yeah, and I think too, I was talking to Emily Miller, who is our police liaison with that, and with Suzanne. We're going to talk to Mary Ann today because we don't want to stop because we want Mary Ann to have her hours and to be able to work. And now that the government, everything's open statewide, we're getting people who are calling in that they're not going to be home. They're going to be on vacation. They're going to have company. It's time to pull the plug.
Well, and people are asking, why I can get out and do stuff now. I don't need to have it. I would be happy to hire Mary Ann for the 2 months of the summer because I have 5,000 people coming.
Well, that might work. We might be able to subsidize.
Maybe
Um,
you'd like to think about that.
We're
Hire
trying to
yourself
figure out
out.
what to do next. Talking to Mary Ann, talking to Emily and Michael Turner from the police department, talking with Suzanne. We do have some homebound people on that list who are, legitimately homebound, not people who say they're homebound and then they go on vacation.
Yeah,
And we'll figure out resources for them. It really is only one meal a week. So I don't think it's going to be the kind of thing that people are going to be like, oh my God, I have no food. Now what,
yeah.
But we
And
have to
most of those, a lot of those are also getting Meals on Wheels. And
absolutely.
sometimes the same day, they'll say, oh, I just got my
Yeah.
lunch. Like, oh, yeah.
So we will put in the bag some resources for people who have other options. I'm waiting to hear from what the Mustard Seed has planned. What they're doing, I haven't heard from them. I reached out to the 246 Kitchen and the Mustard Seed. 246 probably won't do anything till the fall. Their kitchen's under renovation. And they're not really ready to do in-person dining yet either. I think with us, part of the issue regarding the in-person thing is, masks are required in all town buildings. So how do we do that? None of us want to be the vaccine police. So it's just not time yet.
Well, and I know that Mustard Seed, the church isn't open. That's why they haven't done it.
Right, yeah.
I think it is. I've seen lots of cars in the parking lot on Sunday morning.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sure if
Methodist
the
Church,
Congo
right?
Church is open yet or not. I'm waiting to hear back. Suzanne thought maybe they were starting in July, like sometime in mid-July. So that'll be a good resource for our people who were on our Friday list. And I would venture to bet, Robin, you would know this because you're right in the middle of it with us, probably 90% of that Friday group, it's not going to be an issue at all that we're stopping.
right. Yeah.
And 90 might be a little conservative.
I would say there's maybe 3 on my list that would
Yeah,
benefit, but otherwise, no.
and we'll be able to give them other resources. So
Yeah.
we're just trying to figure that out. And what, like I said, what we do next to keep, we might do like a Mary Ann's Cafe to go. I don't know. We got to talk to Mary Ann,
Yeah, that's a good
see
idea.
what she wants to do.
Yeah.
She's used to putting out 50 beautiful meals every week.
Yeah,
So if we could still do that and do some kind of pickup thing, or I don't know, we're working it out. But I think that our last, without looking at the calendar, like July 4th weekend, I think is going to be our last. I think we're going to do 2 more. I haven't notified them of that yet, so it'll be a little surprise to some people. Letters are going to go out Friday with the meals. But we've been doing it since April, almost 15 months. And I think we've missed what, Robin, maybe 2 or 3 Fridays, once because we had a water issue.
yeah,
Oh.
it's been very consistent.
Yeah, but I think it's time. I mean, now that we're getting to the point where you can say, oh, my family is here, or I'm going away for 3 weeks. We're like, well, if you can get in your car and drive and get a takeout meal to go, you really don't need us to be delivering food to you. So. And exercise, I don't know what the plan is with that. Something for fall, I think. I don't think Melissa wants to come back. So we got to figure that out. And of course, Suzanne said that every COA, Eastham, Wellfleet, Truro, and Provincetown are all without exercise instructors right now.
Oh, wow.
So I think when we start that program again, it's going to look a lot different than what we've done in the past, but that might be okay. It might be time to, start some new stuff, maybe get some Tai Chi in, some yoga, something different. I don't know. We don't know what that looks like yet. So, and I think that's it. We've just been here answering the phone, meeting people at the door, Xeroxing.
Ad nauseam.
Oh, here comes Sally to say good morning.
Good morning, Sally.
Sally.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good to see you.
That's it. I can't think
Okay.
of anything else. I don't know. You guys have anything else?
No. I mean, I guess it's almost, is it fair to say, you're really gonna reopen in the fall almost? Would that be accurate or is that overstating?
Well, I think probably at 100% in the fall would be, I mean, we've really been open. But,
Right.
so I would think maybe back to whatever normal is in the fall would be our hope unless things change. Like I said, I have to watch that meeting and see what, the Board of Health came up with a plan, and they had input from all the town departments. So I got to see what that looks like.
Okay.
But Terry,
Oh,
the other thing that is nice is by fall, when we have all of this stuff back from the surveys, and we know what people are interested in,
Yeah,
then, maybe it gives us a good basis for what we should be offering. So,
yeah, I think that
That's a good point.
this whole survey, this whole rebranding, all of the stuff that you guys
Yeah.
have been working so hard on is gonna fall into place nicely with when we start again, what comes next and how are we different and what are we gonna do? And,
right.
but in the meantime, if you know any instructors for Tai Chi, yoga, any of that stuff, keep your ears open. Because they're gonna be at a
Melissa
prime
is
on the
not
whole
going to
thing.
conduct any sort of exercise.
I don't think she wants to come back, Steve. We don't have that 100% confirmed. She spoke to Suzanne yet about it, but she hasn't really let us know with 100% certainty in writing. So I don't think she wants to. I think she was nervous about being in a room that closed with that many people. Some people are vaccinated, some people aren't. We don't want to, like I said, be the mask police or the vaccine police. None of the staff are comfortable being at the door asking for a card. And some staff isn't vaccinated, so we got to figure that out. I don't know, is it wise to put that many people? Suzanne and I were both on the Board of Health meeting last week, and we were saying how weird it feels to be in a room with 10 or 20 people, like all of a sudden, and then you look at Fenway Park.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
But
But yet
the
we're nervous
reality, yeah,
about lunch and exercise, but it's a different group, it's a different dynamic, so.
but the other thing is that vaccines have been accessible and available and proven to be safe. So
Mhm.
once you're vaccinated, it should be fine to be in a room with other
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
And I don't know what to do about those who choose not to get vaccinated, but there's got to be a time when we come out of our isolation.
Right. I mean, it is kind of hard because restaurants are open, so why couldn't we start the cafe again,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know,
I
but
don't
we gotta go by the
understand
guidelines.
Massachusetts is one of the highest rate of vaccinations in the United States.
Yeah,
It's
it was on
well
the
over
news this morning.
70% fully vaccinated. So
Yep.
restaurants are open, gyms are open. Why are we being so ridiculously conservative? I mean,
Well, I think it town-wide, I think it's coming from the town, I think.
But that's the other issue. I mean, places like Provincetown are totally open, and I don't understand. Wellfleet seems to be this little bunch of conservative, we don't want to open kind of thing. But whatever. At least the library seems like it's going to be a little bit open.
A little bit open, and we're a little bit open. I think everything's gonna be a little bit open, but not. My understanding is that Hillary and the Board of Health want to kind of ease into things and not just. Our new acting town administrator said he'd rather walk into this than run into it. So
I
I'll
hate to
see what
say
that
it,
meeting said.
we're already walking into this.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it just,
Yeah, we're itching to be open here, Steve. We're ready. Like, we would love it. But
I don't get it.
we gotta go by.
A lot of
what-
places put up signs which say, if you're not vaccinated, don't come in. So why don't we just put up a sign? And
You
it said,
can't
if
do
you're
that
not
because it's-
vaccinated, you
Yeah,
can't.
that's discriminatory, yeah.
No, it's not discriminatory.
Yeah.
It
You
really
can't go to
isn't.
school if you're a kid, if you're not
There
vaccinated.
are all sorts of cases. There was a big one with a huge hospital in
Yeah.
Houston, where they basically
I saw
said,
that.
a public hospital in Houston, where they told the nurses, there was a bunch of them that refused to get vaccinated. They'd say, okay, you're fired. That went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, that's okay. You know, it's not discriminatory to protect against health.
I
I
saw
know,
that.
but
It
we
is-
don't
I don't know
have
where people get this
we don't
idea
have,
from,
I'm
but
gonna
you can
move on. We don't
certainly
have
go and
we
protect
have no
people's health. And if you can fire nurses
jurisdiction
from a
over
public
that
hospital,
issue.
you can
So,
certainly tell people, don't come in if you're not vaccinated.
Yeah.
okay, on to the friends, on to the friends.
Okay.
Evelyn,
All righty. Well, we're meeting tomorrow and I'm happy to say it's going to be in person at the center, at the community center. So we've coordinated our membership drive because membership and our fiscal year, like the town, starts July 1st. We've coordinated with the advisory board and the mailing and distribution of the surveys. So that hopefully we'll get a good return from that and a good basis of people that will be in our database so we can contact once things are open fully. And also we decided to suspend Wellfleet Dines Out for this year because there was uncertainty with the restaurants about doing that. And you know, between reopening after COVID and lack of personnel, that it's been, you know, it's been iffy for them. So I don't know if we'll do anything along the line of a restaurant, but it won't be the traditional Wellfleet Dines Out. And we might want to look at the, you know, I talked to one restaurant owner who suggested we look at a model more like the Wellfleet Restaurant Week that just occurred a few weeks ago. So anyway, we'll be open to that, but you know, so far the board felt that it would be better to wait. And then once the center reopens fully, we'll have the opportunity to collaborate on programs and in terms of the Friends raising money to support extra programs that that would be a benefit to the community. So, and we're also, again, we haven't been too active in trying to get new members for the board because everything's been at such a standstill. But once things get moving again, we'll be seeking so that we have new ideas, more people to work on projects and things like that. But right now, we're still in a semi-hold position. The other thing is I want to credit Lillian Greenberg, Steve's wife, who's on the Friends board, with the development of the new logo. You know, she's done a magnificent job, I think, and such a talented woman. So we're really lucky to have her. So I just wanted to, you know, let you be aware that of what her work has been.
It looks really nice to see it on all the survey and all the stuff that you guys have done.
Yeah,
with,
it's beautiful.
return address labels and stuff. It looks great.
Good, good, good.
And my hand is from pasting all those stamps and labels. I think we're at probably at about 1,500
Wow.
Yeah,
mailings.
That's great.
1,700, a little bit more.
17, wow.
17, yeah, well, I got to put the return addresses on today. That's
Okay. Oh, but that's about it, unless anybody has any questions or comments.
okay, any questions or comments? I guess not. Okay, let's go
Okay.
on to thank you, Evelyn. So the new business is the election of officers. So Robin and Brian, the floor is yours.
Well, as everyone knows, usually this is done at this meeting. We usually select or point out a nominating committee, but this year's been a little bit different. So, we have had Will's great leadership, even though I'm supposed to be the one, because he's so good at Zoom that he just felt like he should be taking over. So that was good. And So anyway, Brian and I met and we have talked to everybody and we do have a slate. And we have asked Will to be the official chair come September, which he has accepted. And Diane Reynolds has volunteered to be the vice chair. So, and Steve again has said he would be the secretary because he took over for Brian. So that's been great. So we know they're willing, and come September, we'll need to vote on it officially. So,
Okay,
and sometime I hope to meet in person so I can give Will this green folder with all the instructions in it, which I thought
Well-
was going to be today. What happened with that whole thing?
Well, I don't ask me. I set everything up for an
I was so
in-person
excited.
meeting.
I thought, oh
Oh,
gosh,
me too. I sent it
I have
in.
to get dressed and all that stuff.
I know. And then when I opened up the agenda at the what was online, the town clerk switched it to Zoom. So
Yeah,
now maybe that she was required to. That could well be is
yeah,
the
that could,
town just I suspect that's why is that
yeah.
the town just doesn't authorize us to decide for ourselves. So there we be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I-
Evelyn,
I just have a quick question. How many vacancies of members do we have on the board now? I mean, Patty just resigned and I thought we
Right,
had,
and right,
one-
we're supposed to have at least 9. And yeah, we are pretty short. I mean, we can certainly have more than that. It needs to consist of, well, the old rules needs to consist of 9 residents of Wellfleet, at least 6 are whom are 60 or older. Now that's a problem right there. Right.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, how many do we have? Let me see.
We have
About
7
Patty.
now.
is it possible to change that to 50 and older as opposed to 60 as the
Yeah,
change
I
in
mean,
the,
this is an advisory board policy. It has nothing to do with us. I mean,
okay,
it's
so we,
it has everything to do with us, but we didn't do it. It's legal.
Is it in
So-
the bylaws? Is
Hmm?
it in the bylaws? Is it in the
Yeah.
bylaws?
Right, that's what this is.
There might be a procedure to change the bylaws.
Yeah, there might be. Right.
You vote to change the bylaws. That's how you change it.
Maybe.
You may have to get it approved by the town. I don't know, since we're a town
Oh,
committee.
that's what I'm,
Well, we have to
wondering
go
if-
through, when you want to get on the board, you have to go through the selectmen process, which isn't really anything. I had this whole wonderful speech prepared and they didn't ask me for a thing.
me
Acceptance
too.
fee?
I
You had an
know, I was
acceptance
like,
fee?
wait, I wouldn't talk. So anyway, I was just trying to count how many we have. Oh, we don't have Peg 1.
We have 7 now.
2, 3, 4.
Maybe
Yeah,
someone
I
will get
count
so
7.
excited from that survey that they'll run in and want to get on the board.
Oh, probably.
oh, wouldn't that be
I
great?
think, very, very likely, yeah.
I think they'll
Yeah.
be lined up at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Okay, well, anyway, we can
Well, we have,
take,
according to what I'm counting, we have 8, but,
Well, who is
Yeah.
the 8th?
huh? Steve, Diane, Evelyn, Brian, Laura, Sarah, Will, and me.
Oh, that is 8. Okay.
all right.
But if you want,
Well, wait.
and I can always include it in an email blast if you're looking for board members. So
that'd be
let
great.
Great
something
idea.
up, I can do that.
That would be
That'd be a
great.
great idea. Thank you.
And have them contact you, Will, if they have any
Yeah,
questions about it? Okay,
yep,
I can put your email address in, is that
That's
okay?
fine. Yep, no
Okay.
problem. No problem. All right. So we'll vote on that in September, I guess, huh?
Well, we could do it now. I mean, everything is, usually we would announce it in September and vote on it. So since we announced it now, why don't we just vote on it?
Okay, let's,
And
so
then
does someone-
you can be official.
Yeah,
so, Robin, why don't you make the motion then?
Okay. I make the motion that this slate of officers is approved starting in September.
I second that.
But the minutes should say that it would be me as chair, Diane as vice chair, and Steve as secretary, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Why
do
is
I-
it September?
Do I
I'm
hear a
confused
second
about
of that?
Pardon me?
Why is it September? I'm confused about that.
This is what's in the bylaws.
Okay.
Actually, we wouldn't even be doing this until September. I mean,
Okay.
Brian and I would have met over the summer, but since we've already met and everybody's agreed, it seems
Yeah,
like we
just
can
go
move it
forward.
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just was confused about the September thing. Thank you.
So do I hear a second to Robin's motion? Evelyn does. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, that takes care of that. Now let's go on to the question, to the survey.
Okay.
I guess my question is, it's going out now. When would you like to meet next, Laura? Because normally we don't meet in July and August, right?
Right.
Right.
But
Well,
but you want to make an exception because of the survey? What's your
Uh,
thinking on that?
well, that, I actually hadn't thought about that at all. My thinking right now is just getting it out. July 7th was the date that's on the written copy for returning by. So I think after that, we'll be able to look at tabulate what's come in on the online survey and what's come in hard copies. So we have some basic information, and then we'll have to put a report together to be able to do that. So I would think if maybe I don't know, I'd like to talk, Brian, maybe you have a feel for this too. You're on this committee as well. I can't envision doing that and being ready for that until August at the least. Many
Right.
of the online, the hard copy have to be inputted one at a time into the survey to get, so that's going to take some time. I'm assuming that we'll probably get more response via the paper copy than the online, but I don't know. I could be wrong completely. But I don't know, what do you think? We could be ready with a report by August, Brian? What do you think?
I think we'd be writing it in August, and maybe
Okay.
by, hopefully by maybe the end of the month, or certainly by the September meeting.
Okay.
So
Can we,
why don't, and also in the third Wednesday in August is August 18th. And I may not be here because I need to do childcare up in Vermont. So why don't we just meet in September then, if that's all right with you? I mean, I didn't want to, Laura, if you and Brian wanted to meet earlier, I wanted to try to afford you the
Yeah.
opportunity to, because you've
Yeah.
done some work.
To do
But
that.
if you think August, if you think the September is probably a good time to do it, then
The only
Yeah, I think-
problem is it's late in September that we meet, right? I mean, it'd be the
well,
third.
we can choose. I think we can choose whatever date we want. Yes, no. Is
I
it
don't know.
set? Is it set in the bylaws when we meet?
No,
Usually-
it says on such
Usually
dates
the third
times it'll be
Wednesday.
determined by the board members, so.
Right. So
Let's
we
say
could meet. We could meet earlier in August. Then we don't need. I mean,
Yeah, we can
earlier
meet
in
anytime we want.
September.
Yeah.
so
I-
I
I'm
guess,
Well,
Go ahead,
Yeah, I'm
Brian.
leaving September 13th, and I won't be back till November 15th.
Wow.
So, before that date would be good for me.
that's,
I mean-
yeah, no, definitely. That would be good. I think the committee needs to look at the
But
results and then,
Laura, you and I would be meeting as we want
Yes.
over the summer
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah. We could even meet in person again, which would be great over the summer, put us all together to look at those results. And we can share with Terry, what we've gotten before there's an official report that you can utilize for, planning if it's helpful to, it should be helpful to you to see what the trends are. So, and you'll have it right on your computer too. So you'll be able to take a peek at that as well. So anyway, so if we can do a presentation in an early September meeting, I think, Robin, do you think that's good that we'll be able to be complete by early September with the report?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be in California on the 10th, that next week, but so maybe we could really meet that first week. I mean, once we get over the holiday and
Right.
Yeah,
Labor
I'm
Day
looking at
6th.
my calendar, Wednesday, September 8th.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Does
that's
that
good.
work for us?
Works
I
for
think
me.
so.
That would work for Brian and Robin, your
Yeah.
travel plans too, before you guys take off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
That's great.
that works for me.
I'm okay
Okay.
with that.
yeah, that sounds good. We can look
Okay.
forward to it all summer.
So
The
why
gift
don't
that
we,
keeps on giving.
Yeah.
so I mean, I like the 9 o'clock meeting. The time is better for me than 10. So, and
I like
hopefully,
that too.
and I'm sure we can meet at the center. So let's do September 8th at 9 a.m.
Excellent.
right.
That works for me.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Deal.
Before you go
Then-
on, Will, I just wanted to thank Terry. She has been so helpful to us with all these little nuances and bumps and so positive and upbeat. And she stood for 2 days in front of a copier, copied bazillions of copies and had glitches and just stayed on the high road the whole time. So we're very appreciative to you, Terry, for your help and your assistance and your
Hey, you guys have
expertise.
worked so hard. Thank you. But you guys have made this so easy and streamlined everything. I just load the machine and let it go. But
Well, I
Yeah,
venture to guess there were a lot of other things you did too besides that. So thank you, heartfelt thank you.
thank you. It's easy. You guys make it easy to do stuff. And that,
As
it's
do you.
it's nice to be part of the process. So we, for all of us.
Yeah.
Good.
Looking
Thank you.
forward to see what comes next out of this. And I hope that
Yeah.
all the hard work that you guys have done yields some great results with this survey, because you guys have put in so much time and so much work.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good.
I
So-
look at that conference room. Will saw it yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Laura, with all the paper.
No, I'll see it tomorrow.
You did. I'll
it's
take a
loaded.
picture of it and send it to the
Yeah,
board.
do. I'd love
Walk in there, look at it and go, wow. And
Okay.
Will Greenberg is a workhorse.
I agree. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Stephen too, with what he's been doing with stamping and labeling and every end envelope.
We did all decide, well, Brian wasn't actually, I dealt with Laura more and Ev, that we were all gonna end up in the nut house after this, because we looked at it so much, we couldn't see it anymore. We couldn't see the dates. Nothing made sense anymore.
Anyway, it
All
goes
right.
out Friday, so that'll be great. And then we'll
Yeah.
have it available at the town meeting on Saturday.
Yeah,
and
it's
then-
gonna go out by email Friday and it'll be on the town website Friday.
That's great.
Hey,
Okay.
Good.
All right. Now, is there any other business that anyone would like to bring up? Because if not, we can adjourn.
Well, I will find out what was discussed last night for an opening
Okay.
plan for the town, and I'll shoot you guys an email and let you know.
Great,
Thank you.
great. All righty. Well, thanks. And also I want to thank again the Laura and Brian and Steve and anyone else who's worked on this
Yeah.
survey. It's done you've done a great job.
Yeah.
You did a
Yeah,
lot of work.
thanks.
See what the results
A
are.
lot of work.
Yeah, it was a great committee.
Good. All right, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Moved.
Okay, Laura, Evelyn made the
Robin's leaving.
motion, Laura seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right,
I'll miss you.
all right. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye
All right.
now.
See you
Bye-bye.
later. Bye.